So in last session, we discussed about lot of functions like children, parent, siblings, first child, first sibling, last sibling, and so on, blah, blah, blah. In today's session, we're going to cover a couple of more functions like range function and previous member, next member, lag, lead, and so on. It depends on the time we have. First, let's start with the range function. What is meant by range function? Let's say from here to there, 2001, 2009. So from here to there means it's a range. I want the data from 2001 to 2009. So I'm specifying a range, right? A range of values. A range is nothing but a set of values from here to there. Let's see how to give a range of values. For that, let me write simple MDX first to start with. I'm taking sales amount again, or if you want more than one, then I'll go for tax amount too, and also sales. I have all the three measures added. So these three will form a set. On columns, comma, let me take due date. I'm taking calendar year. I'm taking the first one. On rows, from Adventure Works, the cube name. If I execute this, I'll get 2001 year sales data based on due date. For the due date 2001, I'll get the sales information, tax information, and the remaining measure, whatever we have added here. Now, how to give range? If I want to get the data from 2001 to 2009 or 2004, how can we do that? Let's see how to specify the range. Range will be specified using colon. Colon is the one which we use to specify the range of values. Let me show you an example. This is 2001, and normally how you will give? We'll give a set, right? 2004. This is a set, right? If you give like this, this is a set. If you specify the colon, this will become a range. Starting from here to there, give me the values. So if I execute this, it will give me the values starting from 2001 to 2004. Instead of comma, if you specify colon in a set of two values, the first one will be the starting value, and the next one, second one, and the last one. The last one will be the ending value. From 2001 to 2004 is the requirement, and hence I have given a range of 2001 to 2004. What will happen if I give 3? This is the simplest one to answer. I'll get 2001, 2002, and 2003. You know that there are only 4 years information, and if you don't know what is the starting year from when you have the data, then how to specify that? You don't know the starting year, but you know you need to you have to get the data up to year 2003. Then how you can give that? So to specify the range where you don't know the starting point, if you know that your ending point is 2003 and you don't know what is the starting point of the year, then you can make use of the keyword null. Null means it will take from the starting one, and this one is the ending point. So it will end with the 2003 like this. 2001, 2, 3, starting from the first one and ending at the one what we have given. In the same way, if you know the starting point and if you don't know the ending point, let's say your range should start from 2002 and you don't know what is the last year information that is present in your cube. So you can make use of the same null to get that information. If you see this, it starts from 2002 and it will go till the last one. How can I give the value if I don't know the starting and ending point? It's damn easy. Can anyone go for a guess? So I've asked this question whenever I train any batch. So whenever I'm giving training to any batch, I've asked the same question. So most of the guys says null is to null. So null is to null. What is that sheet? What is that attribute you are looking for? What message you are passing to server? Man, if you want all the values, then drag the level. This is gonna give you all the values, right? You don't need any range at all. So Pawan answered it correctly. No need to mention the range here. If you drag and drop the attribute level, then you are gonna get all the members that are present in the particular hierarchy. So this is about range function. This is all the possible ways you can give in the range function. Now let's see another one, an important function, that is lag. A pretty important one, the most frequently used function in MDX queries. What is the meaning of lag? Lag means going back, I think. Lagging behind. The person is lagging behind by so many miles or delay. Okay, you can take it in any way. So what this lag function will do is, lag function will take you to the number of months or years that you specify. It all in your hands. Okay. For example, what is the input for this? Lag function can be used only on a member. You can give one member and you can give a lag of this guy. Let's say I have 100 meters. 100 meters dot lag of some 10. That means it will go to 90 meters. Let me show you an example so that you can easily understand. I'm taking this query. Okay. I don't need to have this set here. I can keep it or I can remove it. I don't want to keep it and I don't want this range function too. I have a member 2001, or better I will go to the year 2004. Okay. If I give dot lag of 2, what it means? It means that I from 2004 go back by 2 years. I'm talking about year hierarchy here. So it will take 2 years back and it will give me the value that it will retrieve after going back by 2 years. And I will get 2002 if I go back by 2 years from 2004. In the same way, if I give 3, it will be 2001. It will take you back by 3 months, 3 years. And if you give 4, then it will go even further by 4 and it will say there is nothing at 4 levels behind the 1 whatever we have given. So this is the lag function. Lag function will deal with it will take you backward, like by the number of units you specified. Now here in this case I have specified 3 units, so it will take you back from this member in this hierarchy. Okay. Now I'm taking the same lag function, but I'm taking 2001 here. I can what will happen if I give negative value? So then if I give negative value, it will take me forward by 2 years here. So lag means general, the basic idea of this function is, the basic functionality of this function is, it will take you back by the number of the units that you have specified. If you give negative units, then it will take you forward. Okay. If you don't specify negative value, then it will take you backward. If you specify negative value, it will take you forward. So this one, whenever you pass the positive value, this one is called as positive lag. If you specify the negative value, this one is called as negative lag. So there are two types of lag, two lags. One is positive lag and another one is negative lag. Similar to this, there is another function, the opposite function, I can say, that is lead. So lead is exactly opposite to the lag function. Let's see what this lead will do. Let's say I'm starting with 2001. Instead of lag, I'm giving lead of I'll say 2. What this one will do, this guy will do is this guy will take forward by 2 years. I'm dealing with year hierarchy. That's why it is taking 2 years forward. If I'm dealing with something like months, let me drag months so that to clear the confusion that you're having. Let me take English month name. I'm taking some month, December. I don't know which year and all. It belongs to 2003 year. So I'm going lead of 7. So what this will do is the server will take you forward by 7 members from the December. If you go forward from this December, see this is the December 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have November of 2004 and the same is written here. So the lead will take you back forward, whereas lag will take you backward. And you can apply for any attribute. Here I am applying for month attribute, so it will take me 7 months forward, and here I am applying for year attribute, sorry, year hierarchy, so it will take me 2 years forward. So this is how the lead function works. In similar to lag, you can have negative values for the lead also. For example, if I give -7, it will take me backward by 7. Okay, if you go back from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is returning March. So it is taking me backward by 7 units. So what I can conclude here, positive lead is equal to negative lag, right? Negative lead is equal to positive lag. So this is Microsoft. If there is one thing, then they don't stick with that. I mean, there will be so many ways, so many things which repeats. The functionality repeats. If you have positive lead, why you need negative lag? Or if you have negative lead, why you need positive lag? So there will be some use. I mean, if you want, you can make use of it. Some scenarios may require this. So we cannot comment on that. If you want, make use of it, or else either you can go for only, you can go only with a lead function or only with lag function, using which you can achieve everything that you want, like going forward or going backward. This is about lead and lag functions. So using this lead and lag functions, you can get you can use this lead and lag functions in range also. For example, I want to get, I know the month December. Here I know the month December. I want to get 7 months before this and 7 months after this, including that. So what I can do? So lead of -7 will take me back by 7 months, colon. Lead of +7 will take me forward by 7 months. So how many months data I'm gonna get here? I'm gonna get 7 + 7 + 1, that is 15 months data. So this is how you can make use of this lead and lag functions in range if you want. Let's say if you have a requirement, so most of the cases you will find the requirement. Let's say for example the forecast, weather forecast. If you log in today, it will give you previous 7 days and the next coming 7 days weather forecast. So this is the best example for that. You can make use of the lead and lag function to get that data, to get the result set that you are looking for. Okay, so you can make use of this lead and lag in the range functions to get the data. So functions in MDX will be like this, very funny and easy to understand, easy to apply also if you practice it very well. If not, then you cannot apply it in your MDX in your projects. Now let's see the next function. Next function is the most funniest one, head. Okay, head function. What head function will do is it will give you the number specified. It will give you top records. Like if you see here, I'm writing select sales measures blah blah blah, and I'm taking, let's say, English month name from here. Now let me apply the head function. Head function will give you the number of records or the number of members that you are asking for. The syntax will be like this: head of a particular hierarchy level, comma 10 or 100. I'm asking you to give top 10 records. That's it. It will give you top 10 starting from August, December, July, and so on. If you want to get top records, then make use of the head function. It is as easy as this. Head, if you give 20 or 17, you will get 17 months information. It is just like select top 10 star from table name in SQL Server. It is a simple select top 10. Okay. And the head function, there is an opposite for this head function. What it could be? Can you go for a guess? What would be the opposite for head function? The opposite for the head function is tail. So if you ask for tail, it will start from the last one or the least one, and it will get you the 10 records. Or if you specify 20 or 30, it will return you 30 or 20, whatever the number you specify. It depends on the numeric. Tail means it will get from bottom, and head means it will get from top, and based on the numeric value that you are passing to as the parameter, it will get that many number of records. You have to observe one thing. It won't sort the data. It won't get based on the value or something like this. Generally, what we will do, top sales, top 5 sales, what is the products which are having top 5 sales or top 10 sales, top 10 sales. This is not like that. This function will get just top 10 records or bottom 10 records or top 50 or bottom 50. Simply to say top n records and bottom n records. It won't order and get the top sales or based on some measure, getting the top values or bottom values. Generally, how reports will be seen, like how the report requirements will be. I want to see the top 5 sales or top 5 performing products or least performing 5 products. If he finds, people will find the least performing products and they will close that. If the sales is damn poor and it is in negative, it is the growth of the product or the sales of the product is not at all good, then who will maintain that? Who will continue producing the same product? What they will do? They will stop the production and they will throw it out. So the requirements will be like that, top sales or bottom sales. But this head and tail will be used only to get the top 10 or top n number of records and bottom n number of records, and it don't depend on any sales values or any metric. Okay, then why we need it? Why we need this info? Why we need this kind of function? The classic example, the best example for the the use of this function is couple of reports. In couple of reports, you need to show top, last 3 transactions. The date will be ordered in ascending order. Okay, the attribute, whatever you are saying, whatever you are using. For example, let me take instead of this, let me take the date. Is there any full date key column? I don't know. Let me see that. This is month. This is time key. Time key is having only keys. There is no date column. So what I have to do is I have to add a date column, which may take a couple of minutes, but it's good to know what is the use of this head and tail function. So let me add it quickly. What I'm doing here is I'm adding one column, one attribute that is full time key or full date key, where I will get the date format. Okay, let me go to that time dimension, and let me add, what is this time dimension 2 design? This is funny. So this is the dimension. Where is the dimension? Let me close all the stuff. Okay, this is the time dimension, and full date alternate key. This guy is having date, I guess. Okay, let me rename it as full date. And what I have to do, just process the cube. Let me process it. Why? Because I have added a new attribute to the dimension time. So it may take a couple of minutes. It's asking for a run. Let me execute this. Now the process may take a couple of minutes. Let's wait for till it get completed. The process is completed. Now let me go and take the new query. New query window. Here into this head, I'm getting the full date attribute where I'm gonna get the dates. So if you see these attribute, whatever the attribute that process, it will be ordered in ascending order. If you see 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. You can go up to n 37 2001, 29 7 2001. It is getting top 30 records, I think, or bottom 30 records, whatever. It is getting top 30 records. So if you see, it is ordered in date, ordered, it is in ascending order. Now, if it asks for last 3 transactions, what I can do? Instead of head, I can go for tail of 3. What will happen? It will give you last 3 transactions when I have transactions for 38, 31, 8, 2004, 38, 2004, and 29, 8, 2004. So this is the use. The major advantage of this style and head here is performance wise it is too good. It will fetch the data quickly, and the attribute should be in order. This attribute is in order, in ascending order. That's why the head and tail can be used to get the last 3 transactions or first 3 transactions. First 3 transactions I can get by head. So like this, you can make use of the head and tail functions. Now let's go and see the next function. If I know a member, let me go back to this part, the year, whatever I have taken for lag function. Somewhere here I have taken a lag and lead, right? Okay. Let me take this 2001 here. Here I'm gonna use previous. Here I'm gonna explain about previous member function. So what this previous member function will do is it will take you back by 1 day. It will take you back by just one member, not 1 day, one member. Here this is 2001 here. So instead of lead or lag, if I use previous member, this guy will take me back by 1 year. There is no 1 year before this 2001. If I give 2004, I will get 2003, and you can see the same here. So previous member will take you back by 1 member, and similarly you have next member, and you can easily guess what this next member will do. The next member will take you forward by 1 member. Let me change it to 2003 from 2004. Instead of this prev, let me go for next member. And if you see, this is returning 2004. This is also an important function. Sometimes you need this previous member and next member. So don't neglect these kind of simple functions. Don't think that this is a simple one, and don't neglect it, please. Now let's go back to lag function, lag or lead function. Why we need that lag function? While writing calculations, people will do such. People write calculations like this. They will take the member. Okay, they will take any 1 year, and they'll get the sales of that particular year. This one will give you sales, right? Sales of 2003, comma, sales of what they will do is dot lag of 1. What this formula will return? I'm extremely sorry, my typing is too poor. So here if you see, this guy, the first guy will give you the sales of 2003 and second guy will give you the sales of 2003 minus 1, that is 2002 sales. So generally you will have some formulas like current year sales minus last year sales, or current month sales minus last year same month sales. We call it as month on month. Okay, what is the variance between current month and the last year same month? How you can achieve that? You can achieve that by taking the month here. Let's say you will take the September, comma sales. Sales is a measure, let's assume that, divided by or minus, I want to see what is the gain compared to the last year's sales, same month. I'll go back, I'll copy the same member, dot lag of 12 will take me back by exact 12 months, that is 1 year. So this is how they will use lag and lead functions to calculate the month on month or year on year or quarter on quarter. Quarter on quarter means this year, this quarter minus same year, same quarter last year divided by same year, same quarter last year. There will be some formulas. If you get a formula, first you need to analyze what functions you need for that. What is the best way to achieve that? What is the best performance you can? What's the performance better one? So you have to analyze the formula and then go with the go with writing the formula in calculations. So when we revisit the calculations after this MDX, I will show you a couple of complex calculations how to do, like month on month, which is very regular one, year on year, quarter on quarter. If I show you month on month, you can easily write quarter on quarter. Instead of keeping month hierarchy, you have to go for quarter hierarchy. The same way semester and year, you can play with these kind of calculations. And mostly you will get these calculations month on month, year on year, quarter on quarter. Always they want to check like this. Even if you see the share market price and all, or profit of any software company, they'll check year on year or quarter on quarter. They'll say this is this quarter net sales and the quarter on quarter is so much, month on month is so much. So that's a very important comparison for any corporate company or any business. So we will discuss about, in those form, while working on such kind of calculations, you need this lag and lead functions a lot. Even previous member you use in few cases. Now we're done with most of the functions, and let's jump into there are a couple of other functions. Let's see that, and then we can jump into the new set of functions, or where condition, slicing and dicing. That is how you can slice the data and how you can dice the attributes between columns and the rows. Before going to that, let's see how I can order that result. If you see, if you execute anything, let me show a pretty big one which is having more results. Let me say head of 30. This query looks fine. It is getting me top 30. But I don't want to see like this. I want to see order by sales amount, which is the highest sales. Which one is having highest sales? I want to see in that order. How can I achieve that? So for doing that, we have a function called order function. So let's see how to apply order function. This is the query which is returning this result set, or for time being you can remove this results head count too, as there is only few records. I'm just taking one attribute, that is English month name, and you can see the results like this. The result set is this: August, December. This is in ascending order, but it is not in order based on sales. It is not in order based on tax amount, or it is not in order based on the another measure, that is sales. So how to order? How to make use of the function order? The syntax for the order function is you have to specify what attribute to be ordered, like this. order of what attribute you want to order. I want to order this particular attribute or this particular hierarchy, English month name. Based on what measure you want to order. I want to order based on sales amount. So if I give this, that's it. It will order based on sales amount. And you can see it is ordering in ascending order by default. By default, it has taken ascending order. How you can go for descending order, or how you can specify this ascending order manually, explicitly, I can say. So to specify that, you can use the third parameter, AFC. If you don't use the third parameter, if you don't provide any value to the third parameter, then by default it will take the ascending order. How to make it a descending? Simply change this one to descending. So what is required for this one is you have to specify what attribute you want to order or what hierarchy you want to order, and based on what measure you want to order. This measure is available in the columns, so it is not mandatory that you need to have the measure that is used in the order function in your columns. You can use some third measure which is not part of your select statement itself. If you see this query, measures.sales amount, I am not retrieving anywhere. It is not going to be part of my result set, but I am using this one to order. So it is not must like you have to make use of the measures that are part of your query. You can use the measure which is not part of your query or which is not part of your result set. Here you can see it is not in any order. If you see, why? Because I am ordering it based on sales amount, and the sales amount is not part of the columns. Okay. Now, few cases you will get some breaking hierarchies. Breaking hierarchy in the sense you will not have parents properly and children properly. Generally, parents and children will be there, and it is properly in a good. What I can say is if the hierarchy is a natural one, like year, quarter, month, and semester is a natural hierarchy, then there won't be any breaks. If there is no parent for a particular member, then that is a breaking hierarchy, that is having a break. So if you have such kind of breaks, if you have such kind of breaking hierarchies, then you cannot use this ascending and descending order. Having a breaking hierarchy, then in that case, you can use the same order function. I don't have example to show here, but instead of descending, you have to give B descending. You have to add that B in extra. If it is ascending, then you have to go for BASC. If in case of breaking hierarchies is nothing but the one which is not having proper structure or not properly organized, or which is having missing parents and missing members in the middle. So I don't have example to show here. I'll try to create one example and I will explain the same in the coming sessions. Okay. Now we have seen about order here. What if I want to have more than one member? This is my English month name. I am ordering based on this English month name. What if I want to get year and English month name? So for that, it is simple. If I drag and drop here, what will happen? Year and month will form a tuple or set. What it is going to form? As these two are of two different hierarchies, these guys will form a tuple, and this tuple is the first parameter. The complete tuple is the first parameter, and in the order, this is the first parameter. This complete tuple will be ordered in the ascending format, ascending way, as I have given here, based on the sales amount. If you see here, you will get both the columns, both the year and month in the result set. So this is how you can play with it. You can make use of, for example, this is the query. You want to order only English month name, and the result set you want to join. You want to cross join with calendar year. Then how you can do that? Let this order be here. Before the order, add this. and this guy and the order output will form a tuple. So make the whole as tuple. Now what it will do? First it will order based on the English month name, and the result set will be cross joined with the calendar year. So this is entirely different compared to the last one. So this is how you can play with the tuple. If you know the concepts, the tuple, the set, and how to make these two. That's why I told you while explaining about the tuple and set, these two are very, very, very important, and wherever you go, whatever the function you are using, you can cross join, you can use it. This one is one function, right? But when we talk about the whole here, the first line and the second line and the third line of the query, then this is just a item. This is just a member item of the MDX attribute dimension or measure dimension. Sorry. So this is one item and this is one item. These two items are gonna form a tuple. So keep it in parentheses. That's it. You don't need to worry much about whether I can use order function. I have used order function. Can I cross join it? Yeah, you can play with it. You can use any function here and you can cross join. And for this, you can have a head function. Head of 10. What this guy will do? This guy will get, sorry, I'll give 2 only, not 10. It will get first 2 countries, sorry, 2 years, and then it will order the based on the months, and then it will cross join these two. So it will give you the result. If you see, the year will be of only of 2001 and 2. This is 1 and this is 2. There is no third year. Why? Because I'm filtering it here. So this is how you can play with the functions if you are very well aware of the tuple and set. Before putting an end to the today's session, I would like to discuss about one more function, that is except. Actually, this comes in slicing part, which we are going to discuss in tomorrow's session. What this guy will do is, this guy will get all the members except so and so. For example, if you want all the months information, let me copy this here. I'm going to remove this order function. I'm not going to discuss about order here. So except from this particular English month name, get everything except a particular one. Let me highlight that. Let me take the first one itself so that it will be easy to find out. If you see the query, except from this level, from this hierarchy, get everything except 2001 August. Let me execute and see the query whether it returns the same way. You can see it starts with December. The August is missing. So except function will get everything from the hierarchy except the one whatever you are giving in the second parameter. What if I don't want to? Then why you worry much? Make it as a set. The second one will form a set. You are going to add one more member. So it will form a set. So like let's say December, drag December to. What this function will do, what the server will do is it will get the complete English month name members except 2001 August and 2001 December. So this except function is used as a slicer class, which helps us in filtering the data, filtering the result set. If you don't want some particular stuff, then you can make use of this slicing part, this except function as a slicer. And how many you can provide in the set? You can provide n number. If you don't want October, sorry, let's say this October you don't want, then add one comma and put it in the set. So you are not going to get that October. So this is how you can filter, you can slice the result set. If you don't want a couple of members, you can filter it out. Why we need it? You can directly specify the set, right, to get the required months. So to specify the set, if you specify the set, the problem is you have to specify, see how many members you have to specify. You have to specify some 36 members. The thing is you don't want only 3 and you want 36. Instead of specifying each and every member, all the 36 members, it's better to specify everything and set this one as set which you don't want. Set the items that you don't want as a set. There is one more easy shortcut to do the same. I'm having this function, right? Instead of using the except function, you can simply remove the minus between the first parameter and the second one and give, remove the comma and give minus. That means get this guy and subtract these three. So this should get the same result set whatever you were getting earlier. July, November, September, and August is missing, December is missing, and October is missing. Both will work in the same way, either using the except keyword or using minus between the complete attribute hierarchy and the set that you don't want. So this is how you can filter or you can slice the items that you're not interested in. So we covered a lot of functions, but we have taken very little time today. If you see, we covered except function, previous member, next member, and we covered order function, ordering in ascending and descending, and when we have breaking hierarchies, we covered it, and we also discussed about head, tail function, and lag and lead functions, and also range functions. So I'm giving you a break here. You can go through the video and practice all these functions at least 10 to 15 times until you become familiar. What you need to become familiar, why you need to practice. If you know head means it is going to get top 5, then what else you are going to practice here? The important thing is not to say what this function is going to do. If I ask you about a function, let's say head function, you should be able to say what are the parameters you can pass for that. What are the parameters that head function accepts? If you ask me the same question, I'll answer head function will take 2 parameters. First one is what is the attribute hierarchy, or what is the hierarchy or level, I can say. And the second one is the number by which you want to limit the result set. So you should be familiar with the syntax part, and you should be familiar with the tuple and what is tuple, what is set, and can I join one function with another function? Can I make a tuple with the 2 items which are having a head function and another one is having order function? So you have, if you practice a lot, then by taking such kind of scenarios, then you can become the master of MDX, which will be a very good feel. If you know, while saying that I know MDX, I'm good in MDX, the feel will be entirely different. It's not like learning other technologies. This is an entirely different one and very interesting one. And most of the guys who started their career as SSAS guy, they're stopping their career as SSAS. They're not jumping into MDX. Why? Because they don't want to learn. They feel it is the toughest language. But I can say that they don't know how to approach it, how to start learning that. And that's why I have done some analysis, and I felt this is the best way to explain the MDX, to train on MDX, and hope you will get the concepts. Hope you're understanding the concepts and become masters in this technology. So that's it for today, and catch you in tomorrow's session. And before coming to the next session, please practice the concepts as many times as possible, the functions as many times as possible. Thank you very much.